guys? Welcome back to the channel. We're finally back. Man, it has been a long 3 months stuck in there, tell you what. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. It has been a while since I've done this. It's been about 3 months. And you've probably wondered where in the world I've been, what have I been doing, where in the world is Lizzie? Why haven't I been working on her? And believe it or not, I do have some very good reasons for it, none of them bad in the least bit. First and foremost, about a month ago, I finally got married, and which has been awesome. And so that, as you can imagine, that has taken up a bit of my time. And in the last 2 months, I've also been extremely hard at work on getting the barn dominium / house worked on. And so in a bit, I will give you guys a tour. But yeah, I'm very excited to be back. I don't know if I still remember how to do videos or not, but we're going to give it a shot. So I'm going to go over a little bit of stuff that I've worked on Elizabeth. And yeah, I don't know. I guess we'll just figure it out. So, if you are new here, my name is Marshall, and behind me is Elizabeth. Not that you can see much of her. Let me scoot you back. Alright, yes, this is Elizabeth, my 1951 Dodge Coronet that is on a 2003 Ford Crown Victoria P71 chassis. We've been working it's been about a year, roughly a little over now, I guess, since we started the project. And if you haven't already watched the previous videos, I would suggest go back and watch them. You can see the progress that we have made up to this point. So let me show you just real quick some of the very few things that I have been working on recently. Okay. All right, to give you guys a real quick tour of the barn dominium / garage. Yeah, everything is very much a mess at the moment. Been hard at work. We are in the drywall phase in the living area right at the moment. So it's a mess, so please excuse that. But yeah, this is the garage area. It is 32 by 32 in here. It is all insulated, which is nice for this winter. I have got back in the corner here, a wood furnace that I picked up recently on Facebook Marketplace. I am in the middle of a wood, so I have a whole ton of wood, so we'll be using that. Eventually, it'll be gym area over there. Like I said, horrible mess at the moment. But coming into the living area, and it's also going to be a little bit dark. We just have some temporary lighting up. This is going to be the kitchen area here. This is a half bath / laundry room full of stuff at the moment. Then going upstairs. All right, so we have main living area up here. Not sure, the light might be doing some weird stuff, but main bathroom in here. Living room. And then it's also extremely dark. Bedroom in here. So that is a quick tour of the place. Like I said, we have been hard at it. It's been a combination of doing stuff myself, and then also some companies doing part of it. So we're at it, but you guys might not care at all about that. If you're here for the car, I do not blame you. So what I've gotten done. So the first thing I started with is going to be kind of hard to decide, you know, where in the world do I start back up with this thing? Because it's been a while since I've worked on it. And so it kind of made it easy. This thing has been running on empty for quite a long time, so decided I need to fix it so I can actually put some gas in it. And the reason I couldn't, if you watch the previous video where I cut the fuel filler door out of the Crown Vic and grafted it into the side of the Coronet fender here, which it looked great. I liked how it worked. The downside was, and this was simply a fault on my part of not thinking ahead far enough, and it also may be hard to see because it is dark. Yeah, you can't see it all. But the fuel filler door, if it's like here, and then the gas tank was kind of down here, so, or I'm sorry, up here. So basically, the fuel filler door was simply too high, I'm sorry, too low, and it just wasn't going to work. Stuff didn't line up, and I was afraid you go to fill it up, and it just wasn't going to cooperate. So what it ended up doing is modifying the fuel filler neck itself again, and I decided to put it up here on top of the fender. The angles are a lot better, so I think this is going to work well. I already tested it, and works fine, no leaks at all. So yeah, I'm working on moving. I'll probably have to recut this out again and graft it in up here is my current thinking. So yeah, that was kind of the first thing. The other thing that I did pick up recently, and it's not really a critical part at this point, but still. So if you guys know, the interior, sorry, it's also kind of dark, but I'm using the full dash, steering column, everything from the Crown Vic, and the seats are junkyard seats out of a Volkswagen CC, and so I'm going with, obviously, the black and tan theme for the interior. I decided not to go all black just because it's kind of dark that way, so I wanted to add some tan into it. So recently, I was at my local fabric store, believe it or not really a place I visit much, but they had, I found some marine grade vinyl in a very, very light tan, and it is a little lighter than the tan of the seats, so I'm not 100% sure if I'm going to be happy with it, but I think we're going to give it a try at least. And then we also got some black vinyl as well, and the plan is to make some custom door panels with that. I still have the original Coronet door panels here, but they are in horrible shape. And then I do still have the Crown Vic door panels as well. So I'm not sure if I'm going to make them completely from scratch, if I'm going to use Crown Vic stuff. I haven't decided. One thing is I definitely want to add power windows and power locks, like I think I have said before in videos, to the doors to keep that stuff working, because I have all the wiring for that. So I'm not sure how we're going to integrate that. We'll see. What else? Okay, I've been doing a little welding as well. So the fenders, which it is more or less wide body now, in order to fit these 20-inch wheels from US Wheel, we had to move the fenders out, and so we had to do, had to widen them by that much. So I've been working on welding them along here. I have been working on just some miscellaneous little welding pieces in here in the interior, and I still have a little bit more work to do. Basically just kind of filling up miscellaneous holes, just kind of little tedious stuff. So not that exciting, but it needs to be done at some point. So I think on the fuel filler door is what I'm going to be working on now. Alright, so we got the ring cut out of the side here, so we'll have to refill that in again. So now, the goal is to make that fit right flush on top there. And we want it nice and flush with the top. We want it nice and flush with the top here, like in here. That way the fuel filler door also sits in flat. We'll probably have to get a little creative with filling some gaps back in here. But yeah, a little more cutting to do. All right, so we are getting there. So, see the door there? Fish under here. Just like that. Yeah. We still obviously have some fine tuning to do. Some adjustments. Get that nice and flush, but... And then make some little filler panels here and here. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Alright, so I got a light here. So now you can see the filler net goes right into the gas tank there. Alright, so I got this thing tacked in place and did some finagling with it, so I think we got it where it's working pretty decent. There's a little cable down underneath that releases it for the time being, so if we release this, pops it, have nice access to the door there. Pretty handy. Not bad. Alright, so as I was looking at this thing, I figured, you know, there's got to be a way, other than just the little emergency cable, there's got to be a way to release the fuel filler door. So I did a little looking, and on the door panel, there is a hole for the release button. And I kept all the wiring for the stock. From the stock door, we have a little button there. And I'm using the stock plastic bucket mechanism inside here. So I felt up in there, and sure enough, there is an electrical plug on the front of that. So I figured also, well, I kept all the wiring from the trunk, so I bet there's a wire for it. And so I found this one that's not connected to anything. And it looks like, you know, I bet that would plug onto there. So I am going to drill a hole through the inner fender here, and then we're going to plug that in, and I'm going to show you what happens. Let's make sure our hole's going where we want it. Yep, that should work fine. Okay, now that I've got that hole drilled, sometimes it helps to look at stuff a little bit before you just start drilling holes. After I started looking, it turns out there's already a hole right there in the floor, probably designed specifically for that. So I just fed the wire out through there now. So I'll have to plug or fill that hole again somehow. So yeah, show you my mistakes too. All right, so now that I've got that fed down through there, see if we can see in here. Nope, it's really dark, as always. Feel like I say that a lot. All right, so in there, there's the wire. So that gets plugged. I can't very well show you. We're going to get it plugged in here, then I'll show you. All right, so I got that plugged in. So now, if you guys could watch for me. Let's see what happens. Okay, watch closely here. Button. Okay, now that's just kind of cool. I always love when I can make this factory stuff work, which is a lot of the reason why I saved all the original wiring. That way I could just plug stuff in and it works. So happy with that. All right, so now I am working on the little filler piece that goes in right there. Making out a cardboard template first. Transferred it to steel. Now we will get it cut out. All right, something else I'm going to do with this piece, and I wouldn't have to, but I think rather than, if you can see, just putting it, maybe you can't see, let me get you a little closer yet. All right, something else I'm going to do for this piece, and I wouldn't have to, but I think it'll look a little better. Rather than just placing it straight up and down, I think I'm going to angle it like that just a little bit. That way it just flows a little better. Then if you can see, at each end here, it sticks up a little bit. So what I'm going to do is I got my shrinker and stretcher out here, and so what I'm going to do is stick each end in the shrinker, which is going to draw this end and this end down a little bit, so hopefully it'll fit a little better. Go for it. All right, so I got this where I am pretty happy with how it fits, so let's get it tacked in. Alright, so I got this mostly welded in, and I did some grinding to get it to transition nicely into the fender. I still have some more welding to do around here, some more smoothing, but overall I am happy with how that turned out. I think it transitions nicely at the top here with it rounded and doesn't look too out of place. So obviously we'll still have to make this piece. But I think for this video that is going to be it. So I promise I will not wait so long before coming out with another video. I will do my best to get one out before too long. So if you have stuck around, I very much appreciate it. If you care to subscribe, thank you all for watching. I will see you in the next video.